Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson.
Sales summaries. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover setting up a sales summary in QuickBooks Online. Topics. What is a daily sales summary? Setting up sales items. Completing the setup of a daily sales summary. Creating a sales receipt template. Creating a sales receipt. Tracking the sales tax. Pro Advisor Challenge. Only record what you need. Clients might not always want, or even be able, to enter individual sales transactions for each of their customers. For example, a restaurant owner that uses a point of sale (POS) system that isn't compatible with QuickBooks Online would need to manually record all the individual transaction details, which would be time-consuming. How can QuickBooks Online help? Sales summary transactions allow clients to record a daily, weekly, or monthly summary of sales from a third-party system that doesn't integrate with QuickBooks Online, such as a cash register, app, or shopping cart. In most cases, the third-party system tracks transaction details, so clients don't need to capture them in QuickBooks Online. A sales summary only records the information necessary to generate accurate financial reports and manage sales tax. What is a sales summary? A sales summary is a $0 sales receipt that records total sales, sales taxes, and related payments and payouts for a period of time. This could be any period the client wishes, i.e. daily, weekly, or monthly, but in most instances clients record sales summaries on a daily basis. Sales summaries are helpful for clients who use a third-party system such as POS to record their sales. They're also valuable for businesses that don't usually track perpetual inventory, such as restaurants or other food service companies. These businesses often use a periodic inventory system, in which there's no need to track inventory details. Clients can also use sales summaries when they don't invoice customers. Because most clients will want to record sales transactions daily, we'll focus on daily sales summaries. How do daily sales summaries work? In this $0 sales receipt type, the sales amounts are recorded as positive numbers using service items mapped to income accounts. The collected funds are recorded for each payment method using a service item mapped to undeposited funds/payments to deposit or bank accounts. The amounts entered for these are negative. When clients record the sales receipt transactions, the appropriate revenue accounts are increased, credit, and the undeposited funds/payments to deposit or bank accounts are increased, debit. Other service items are often used to record cash payouts, gift certificates sold or redeemed, and other adjustments such as cash over/short. How do you set up a daily sales summary? Before your clients can create a daily sales summary, you or they need to set up the following. The service items for types of sales that will correspond to the sales lines on the Z-Tape report. For example, the Z-Tape report may have two sales lines, taxable sales and non-taxable sales. Another client's report may break down sales by departments such as food versus beverages. Map these items to the appropriate general ledger accounts, adding accounts if necessary. The service items for payment methods. Customers. Clients can then create a daily sales template to record total daily sales every time they need to. They can create a sales receipt to record their total daily sales and deposit their total daily monies received when all that's done. Let's look at how to set up product/service items for daily sales. Pro Advisor tip. You can find out more about creating and using $0 transactions in the $0 transactions lesson. Setting up sales items. Let's look at how to set up service type items used for the sales amounts on the sales summary. Select Sales from the left-hand navigation, then select Products and Services. Select New and choose Service from the item types. Enter a name for the service item. In this case, it's non-taxable sales. This row of the daily sales/sales receipt template represents total non-taxable sales for the day according to the daily Z-Tapes. Enter a description to represent non-taxable sales that align with the Z-Tape format. Leave the sales price/rate field empty. Select an option from the sales tax category drop-down. In this case, it's non-taxable. Select Save or Save and it'll continue creating service items for each line representing sales on the Z-Tape. Completing the setup of a daily sales summary. To complete the setup, you or your client need to create 3 items. Service items that represent the types of payments accepted. Any other items on the Z-tape that need to be included on the sales receipt. A generic customer to use on the sales receipt. Select each heading to find out more. Payment methods. Your client needs to find out which payment methods are accepted. They can get these from line items on the Z-tape. They should also decide how they want funds deposited to their bank, daily deposits, deposits made every few days, etc., to determine the service items to set up and the appropriate account mapping. For example, your client should use undeposited funds/payments to deposits as the income account if they deposit cash and checks from multiple days together. Undeposited funds/payments to deposits will be increased each time the items are used on a sales summary transaction and will be decreased when used on a deposit transaction. Here are a few examples of the service items for payment methods that clients need to set up. Cash/checks, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Gift cards, these may require additional setup of gift card liability accounts. Other items. Most POS Z-tape reports contain line items such as cash paid out of drawer, which the client might need to set up. They may also need to set up a rounding item to account for differences in sales tax calculated on total daily sales versus sales tax calculated on each sale. Other items based on the client's workflow, such as gift certificates or prepayments, coded to a liability account, cash over/short, coded to an expense account, or payouts. What if the client wants to replicate many items from the Z-tape on the daily sales summary? In this case, they can organize these items by creating a daily sales category in the products and services list, adding the relevant items to that category. Customers. Although clients don't need to enter a customer name on the sales receipt, it's a best practice. The customer name could be daily sales, monthly sales, or whatever makes sense for the client. They may even want to set up a customer for each day the business is open, Monday, Tuesday, etc. This would give them an extra level of reporting that could be useful. Pro Advisor tip. To easily find sales receipts that record all daily sales summaries, set up a bank-type account called Sales Summary Register. Use this as the deposit to account on these sales receipts. While the Sales Summary Register is really a type of clearing account, using it only for $0 daily sales summaries will provide a register that lists just the sales summary transactions and nothing else. As with any other clearing account, the balance should always be 0. Creating a sales receipt template. After the basics are set up, clients can create a daily sales template to record total daily sales. Select the gear icon, then Recurring Transactions. Select New, then select Sales Receipt in the pop-up and select OK. Give the template a name. Select an option in the Type drop-down. In this case, it's Unscheduled. If there is a customer to represent daily sales, choose that customer from the Customer drop-down. Otherwise, add a new customer. From the Deposit to drop-down, select Clearing Account. Although it's possible to choose a regular bank account from the Deposit to drop-down, it's best practice to use a clearing account to avoid having $0 transactions in the regular bank account. In the Product/Service column, enter the income items first. To help with future entries, indicate in the description column whether the item is positive or negative and if it's taxable. If the item is taxable, make sure to check the box in the tax column and select the correct sales tax rate from the bottom of the screen. Find out more about tracking the sales tax in our tax-related lessons. Leave the amount column empty. Next, enter the payment items in the Product/Service column. As with the income items, add a note to the description column to indicate that this is a negative item. Leave the amount column empty. Add other payment items, such as cash paid out of the drawer as necessary for the customer. Remember to follow the lines on the Z-tape. Make the Product/Service in the last line for cash over/short items and add a description. The value of this line can be either positive or negative depending on what it takes to zero out the sales receipt after income, appropriate sales taxes, payments, and other items. When done, select Save Template. Creating a sales receipt. Once the sales receipt template is set up, your clients can start recording their daily sales summary. To do this, find the sales receipt template in the Recurring Transactions list and select Use. Enter the date and the dollar amounts from the Z-tape or other third-party reports. The sales receipt total should equal 0 once completed. This is because the total amount of sales and tax collected should equal the funds collected plus cash over/short. Note: instead of zeroing out the sales receipt, clients could leave cash and checks as the total amount of the sales receipt, posting to undeposited funds/payments to deposit, and only enter credit card payments as negative amounts. However, they should use this method with caution, as they could forget to record a line, in which case the cash and checks total would not be correct. The advantage of using a $0 sales receipt is knowing that everything balances. Pro Advisor Tip: find out more in this article about recording your total daily sales in QuickBooks Online. Tracking the sales tax. Clients activate the Sales Tax Center to track sales tax owed by marking an income item as taxable. However, they might also have to set up a rounding item because the sum of the individual sales multiplied by the sales tax rate might not exactly equal the total sales times the sales tax rate. Alternately, if clients don't want to use QuickBooks Online's built-in sales tax feature, they can set up service items to record sales tax to match the Z-tape amount exactly. They need to set up a separate sales tax payable account for each taxing jurisdiction or sales tax agency on the chart of accounts. If they use service items to track sales taxes collected or payable, they should enter the sales tax amounts as positive on the sales receipt. Summing up. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we covered setting up a sales summary in QuickBooks Online. Knowledge recap. You can now help clients record sales transactions from third-party systems. You can also show them how to create a sales receipt and track any sales tax, so their books are accurate and up to date. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll cover setting up and using budgets in QuickBooks Online.